Alam, Pakito. Siyempre. Bakit nga naman natin makakalimutan? Usong-usong ngayon, there's the Katja. So, Hilda XP, Katja for Omega. You asked me about this nung game number 1 na kung gusto ko ba na mas aggressive na move.
Yeah, Pakito has redeemed himself, especially in our previous series where Kirk was using it. So I feel like there are a lot of people excited to see it in the hands of Sanford this time.
2-0 today. 2-0. Let that sink in, especially in the hands of a very mechanical, very highly intelligent player like Sanford. I expect it to do wonders.
Are you one of those people who are excited to see in the hands of Sanford, Brigida?
I mean, yes, it's one of the signature picks. James,
No way!
How?
What?
Carl Deasy did retribution,
He didn't.
so he just let James walk away with it.
Okay, really good start for Omega though.
It's like Haley's comment right there. I don't see that a lot.
Millions in the moon that would happen.
Yeah, and even in terms of how well they are managing like the mid lane, Omega are now just making their presence felt.
That's how.
Okay.
Look, James started with a sword.
Oh, James, who's by the way all the way from top lane, joining the rest of Omega, trying to invade Carl.
No boots gameplay. Amazing.
I mean, he's running through the jungle, the rivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in his kit, so.
All right. So far.
Okay, this is interesting. You're seeing LIQUID really trying to provide some help over to Carl just to ensure that he will not get any further behind. So this is Omega successfully forcing out a reaction from LIQUID.
And they are reacting in a way that actually just slows down Carl TZ a lot. You know, they're just trying to stay safe, making sure that no one gets picked off, because there are a lot of level 4 heroes on the side of Omega this time around.
You know, fortunately, at least for LIQUID, Carl doesn't need level 4.
Yeah.
He's a Suyo. He can just do whatever he wants now. And they just flush him out of the White Rush.
But Omega also are going for whatever they want, and it's JP together with Carl. Sanford trying to look for a target himself, but Horizon gets to escape right there. He does regroup with Carl and Sanji though, but are they equipped to fight against 4 members of Smart Omega? Now they lay down the real world manipulation. Mingguin still somehow escapes. Perksiva still doesn't have the Divine Judgment, but Sanford takes out James, and from Flicker forced out of both Perksiva and Mingguin.
Saved by Teddy! The cavalry arrive just in the nick of time. Gets that kill, gets that turtle, and does not stop giving.
And just like that, it's like the buff was never stolen away. Carl Deasy played that to a T alongside the Horseman at his side. Ryzen here. That's one of the weaknesses maybe that a Harley has. You have to, I played a few Harley in my day. You have to just know exactly when you're out.
Yeah.
And I think he just was, at this moment, not out. Deadly Matches just came off cooldown.
That's right. I kind of get it, because if you're tempted to always just use it, right? You're always tempted to just join the fight, especially if the rest of your team are consistently fighting.
Right now you're seeing some real cooling beast moves from Teddy. He's also got those finger sleeves on, and at least there isn't much attention towards him just yet. And he literally, as you mentioned, was, I think, the guy who saved that team fight for LIQUID. That Blazing Duet was the reason Omega scrambled and no longer forced the fight.
Yeah.
After the fact that Sanford knocked James out.
Yeah, that's true.
So individual performances all just coalescing into a really good fight for TLPH.
Okay,
Upside, Sanford's the victim here.
no flicker for Perksiva, so they won't be able to force it. On the other side, though, Netsky had nowhere to run. It's not a successful trade for Smart Omega so far.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Hey, that's ice cold. Again, just like the real cooling beast moves here. Oh my goodness! Like it's like Carl TZ never actually just lost that buff, right? I mean, he's just cruising right now.
I could
If we
forget
do
how.
not acknowledge that he lost the buff, we're downplaying how well LIQUID recovered.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. Now that they're up 2,000, off the back of a single, well, 2 successful sequences and a turtle, it's up to Omega now. They have to really use it.
Okay, a preemptive flicker from Teddy doesn't get to save him from a pickoff that Omega finally finds. That was a risk they were just really willing to take.
Rockhart, what's the math on that? A pick up on Teddy for the turtle.
Absolutely, turtle. It's not even a shutdown, but they did burn the flicker on a few members.
Okay, that's gonna be James and Mingwin onto Sanford. No longer has the flicker and is trying his best to run away. Does generate some shields still, but it's not gonna be enough.
I think he was planning a different thing to happen there, but definitely ran out of time at the nick of it. And again, the gold is definitely kind of reflecting what TLPH we're talking about all along.
Oh, Sanji and JP together. Wolf highlighted this duo. It's the real world and that glorious pathway, making sure that Netsky has nowhere to run, with a bit of help from Carl, of course.
All right, so there's the pressure. There's the TLPH that we're seeing. Definitely a great recovery, and that's something I want to point out, right?
Yeah.
With all that happened, being a champion doesn't mean everything goes your way all the time, right? There's bound to be stuff like that happen. People trip, people miss out on their flickers, your buffs get stolen. But what matters is really how well you recover from those really unfortunate times, how often you can do it, and how consistent you can make it.
Yeah, so far we haven't really seen, like, apart from that pick-off down bottom, a divine judgment that was used to win out a team fight. It was just been so far for the pickoffs, and that's also probably one of Omega's strengths, so it's understandable why they're keeping it that way. They might just want to capitalize on their pickoff potential a bit more than winning out these head-on team fights, similar to what we're seeing right now!
They're bearing hard on Teddy.
Okay, very smart use of that Deadly Magics. I think Ryzen set that up very well.
Yeah.
There were no minions to lifesteal from.
Yes.
So veteran moves out of the jungler of Smart Omega. They're keeping the lead manageable. Again, under 2,000. Liquid are looking for their next big play. And it seems like JP's calling for this.
Yeah, he's holding it.
This is pretty scary, especially right now. Perxiva is ready. He knows the information of most TLPH members.
Oh no, Liquid still gets to burst down the objective though. Omega were not in a position to really fight back just yet. They do have the info, but they weren't really able to make much out of it.
Yeah, didn't have the bodies to actually back it up. So unfortunately for Omega, it's still going to be TL with the objective. But for now, TLPH, they're cruising, despite Teddy getting focused over and over again in this game, by the way.
I think this is a worse gambit to play than dogpiling on the carry. The carry you can actually kill sometimes. But Claude, save for that one moment up top here wherein, Ryzen caught Teddy dead to rights. Good luck, because he has a flicker too. And then he's going to start building up some kit. He has now what? A DHS on his way to, the Golden Staff. So he has all of the attack speed and the lifesteal needed now to survive even, like, again, a point-blank Deadly Magics.
Yeah, and how many minutes do you have left until Liquid just decide to really group up and not really leave anyone behind as much?
I would say only like maybe 4 more minutes at max, because Liquid, they want to finish games early.
Okay, now Sanford here trying to survive. Might just get away from this even with the Deadly Magic already used.
Little cheeky there.
Yeah, that's a flicker used though.
All right, that's something that's taken from Omega. Again, small things like that can really add up, but you got to make use of the map. You've got to push Perxiva further. Just use that Divine Judgment over and over again. Otherwise, you're just wasting these.
Interesting. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, Divine Judgment used onto JP, has the Glorious Pathway, and the Revitalize won't be enough to keep him alive. Another successful pickoff from Smart Omega, but now it's Liquid forcing the fight. Real World plus the Blazing Duet. Teddy has his eyes set on Perxiva. Sanji with the flicker to make sure he goes down.
1 for 1. Roamer for Roamer. Key item pickup for Sanford. Is that right? Rocker, he got an Oracle.
Yeah.
I mean, it really helps with the shielding. Shielding on the Paquito is just massive. That just kind of signals that he's leaning more toward the tank-type Paquito, a lot less maybe of the team-fighting Paquito we saw earlier. I'm guessing he's going to delay the Malefic Roar a little bit more.
Okay. Omega actually trying to make their way through, but it's not going to be enough. Sanford first to fall. Now it's going to be Perxiva. Lands the stun. It's a double for the GOAT. Ryzen finds Sanji, but they're probably going to transition elsewhere.
Oh, that is huge right now. Obviously, we have a Lord to wait for. There goes a Malefic Roar for Carl TZ. This Suyo is gonna rip you to shreds now. Again, the tempo just not lost here for TLPH. A little bit of a consolation prize. They will get the turret on the bottom, but don't forget, they have a lot of Lord waves to handle here. that carry has to be careful. Perxiva up on mid.
Yeah, okay, James here gets caught. Now the 3 members of Liquid trying to take him out. Does survive though, just barely. There's a Lord still marching down bottom. Oh, they decide to commit the Divine Judgment onto JP! But he's gonna be okay, he still has to revitalize. The stun doesn't land from Carl. And they're just onto this mid-tier 1. Ryzen didn't have enough time to find a pickoff.
Sneaky Dean landed the Deadly Magics where it wanted to be, but yes, I think he was 2 or 3 cards short to actually get Teddy again.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good effort here for Mr. Dean Sumagi. And again, they can't really he can't answer the Lord and deal with TLPH at the same time at this point.
They tried, and now they're suffering the consequences. They're spread too thin. They're losing turrets left and right. Bottom lane will have the Holy Shield pop. Even top lane, oh, Sanford actually got a minion through.
Okay, that's one way to use the Bakito ulti. Love it.
Yeah. Now it's no longer. It's a not so manageable lead for Omega because it's already ballooned up to 5k, and indeed you got the Chastis also intact for Sanford here, so he's only got 1 damage item so far.
So he's working on his chin. He's less a glass cannon like Kirk. He's more of I'll take some punches back.
Okay.
No glass jaws, just basically a full-on tank on that Paquito.
Okay. They're still not going to use the Divine Judgment just yet. Probably saving it for a really important moment.
Oh, this is going to be spicy here. And you can't really make a pickoff happen. And if, you know what? If pickoffs are not happening, I am just really, really worried about this Kaja lineup. Right?
I feel for Ryzen. Yes, the whole Kaja's struggling, the whole Kaja carry combo, but even Ryzen will have to start thinking of the map because these two, the Kaja carry, they can't take care of the map. Nor can Mingwin.
Is that why there's this kind of build coming in for Sanford too? Because he might seem like one of the more viable targets, but with a Chastis and an Oracle, that just might make a bit more room for him.
And what next, an Athena's?
It looks like it, or maybe an Immortality.
Okay.
I mean, it feels like he's prime target as well to be pulled back by Divine Judgment. And guess what? If you pull him back, you can't burst him down. He's going to have a shield the moment that grip is removed. And that is something that's going to be very difficult for Omega to deal with, especially for Harley.
Hey, you get caught right there by Carl TZ. And he's going to be okay.
He's fine. And that's a free Lord if I've ever seen one. Beautifully managed.
In-game mechanically manifested, this is my house. Get out. Ryzen was caught out, forced out trespassing. Oh my lord. Liquid's lord.
Not so
rule.
sneaky, Dean.
Not so sneaky at all.
Yep. Oh, even the Crimson Beacon gets forced out of Mingwin as they need barely just a single minion wave to take care of that tier 2 in mid. Even before the Lord actually spawns, Liquid have near full control of the map.
Yeah, things are starting to really, really look grim here for Omega. Look at James, can't even last long.
And this is going bad if they find another pickup right before the Lord Siege, and they do.
This is miserable because Omega were just trying to be proactive. And they were on their own side of the jungle. They had every right to kind of flush out these bushes, but they get punished.
And you know what? They have to be proactive, right? They don't have a choice. They can't play this out like this.
Oh, this is a very familiar glorious pathway. Even Perks, he fully knows this is the way to use that glorious pathway, as Liquid are looking to clean multiple base turrets off of the barangay side.
Oh, mid lane crashes through, Lord still standing.
James is back.
Oh, Teddy goes in, but it's actually Mingwin who becomes the target first for Carl. TZ doesn't light the Queller just yet, but the real world manipulation is what has forced Omega to reposition. And that's all it took for Liquid to secure match point.